in example 4.8, we want to create, the main thing I wanted to focus on here is how we find the standard deviation of x. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a table just like the one we did in example 4.7 or 4.6. I don't remember which example. We're going to make our expected value table, and then we're going to add in another column, and this column is going to help us in finding our standard deviation. So what we're going to start is we're going to start by making a table, making this table nice and large so I can do some computations in the columns with my values here. So there are two outcomes. We can either win or we can lose. We have x, then we have our p of x, our expected value, which is x times p of x, and then this last column is going to help us find our standard deviation. And this last column is going to be x minus mu, or our average expected value, squared times the probability. So for win, we have, let's read the question now. Suppose you make a bet that a moderate earthquake will occur in Iran during this period. If you win the bet, you win $50. So win is a gain of $50. If you lose the bet, you pay $20. So lose means we're going to lose $20, negative 20. P of x for a win is 21.42%. So we'll change this to a decimal, so 0.2142. A loss, it doesn't tell us the loss, but we know that win and lose should add up to 100%. So that's how we found this 100% minus 21.42, and that will give us our loss, which is 0.7858. To find x times p of x, we multiply 50 times our decimal for p, and I get 10.71. So just multiply these two together. For x times p of x, for losing, we multiply negative 20 times our decimal for p of x. In this case, we get a negative number, negative 15.716. Now remember, the mean, mu, is going to be the total of these two numbers. So we take 10.71 and we're going to add it to that negative 15.716. What this gives us is a negative number, negative 5.006. Now to our last column here. We're going to take our x, which is 50. We're going to subtract the mean, mu, which is negative 5.006. You're going to square that, and then you're going to multiply by p. So we type this up into our calculator and we get a value of, I'll change the color here. So when I type this in, I get 648.0964. Now let's do the column for lose. For lose, Our x value is negative 20. We're going to subtract this mu. Then we square it and multiply by p of x, which is this number here, 0.78. Again, I'm going to type this into my calculator and get a number. I get 176.6636. We're almost done. To find the standard deviation, what we're going to do is we're going to add up these two purple numbers. So I'm going to take 648.0964 and I'm going to add it to 176.6636. When we add these two up, we are then going to take also the square root. So you can type this straight into a calculator. If you're using a simple calculator like on a phone or a basic scientific calculator, you're going to add these numbers first, then press the square root button. So this equals 28.718, and this is exactly our standard deviation.